Hello, everyone. I know that in recent months and weeks, especially, we're all recognizing there has been an increase in layoffs, and it is likely to continue in 2026. And as we come to year end, I wanted to give you some hope and to know that if you're in an organization where you're afraid of a layoff, that your layoff is preventable and that there's a way for you to create a career cushion during this maybe quieter time during the holiday season. For sure, in 2025, there's been over a million layoffs, and I think it's going to continue. But it's so helpful for you to understand that you are in control. You can do something about this, and you don't need to just sit and hope and pray that you don't get laid off. I want you to choose to take control of your career destiny and create what I call this career cushion as you go to the new year. Take the next kind of couple of weeks as things get a little quiet for you to sit down and think about three things in terms of your job and your career in this moment. What can I control? What can I influence? And what can I not control and influence? Think these three things, and you'll be able to get out with a plan to increase the security of your job. So many of you think, well, gosh, Judy, what can I control? There's a lot you can control. And one of the most important things that you can do is to promote your contributions and your value add. When layoffs are happening, and I've been there, unfortunately, in deciding whom we have to lay off as an organization, managers are looking at their people and needing to decide who is actually adding value, who is contributing, who is either saving expenses or decreasing their costs. So it's a really good time for you to develop what I call your accomplishments overview. So what are some of the key projects you've done? What are the deliverables that you've made that's either save money, decrease costs, or increase revenue efficiencies? Maybe there's a major project that you worked on that really helped to meet the team's goals. And maybe you're doing something for the community at large that's actually impactful for the brand of the organization. Go back and analyze and reflect and take ownership of what you've done. And really importantly, make sure your manager and others know what you have done. So many people that I've coached are like, I just don't want to go out there and be arrogant and so on and so forth. If you think a layoff is likely to happen, this is the time to put your oxygen mask on and make sure that you keep breathing. And that means doing the uncomfortable thing of giving people an understanding of what you've done, what I call the accomplishments overview. That's your oxygen mask that you can control and something for you to take action on. So that's number one. What can you control? Number two, what can you influence? Right? What can you influence? So you can't do something about it, but maybe you could influence. The number one person you can influence when it comes to layoffs is your manager or your skip level, or other people that are decision makers who have influence and can put a good word in for you, right? We oftentimes think that layoff are somehow logical, but they're not. They're actually personal and they're very emotional for those people who are making the decisions. So the reality, if someone likes you or they just kind of think positively of you, you're more likely to keep your job, right? So it's really important for you to go out there and partner with the decision makers. This is not about kissing up and all that stuff that we sometimes say. It's about finding those individuals who can make the decisions, to let them know what you've done, and to make sure that you find an advocate who can become your ally, right? So what do you do with those individuals? Really simple things like, it's coming to year end, or it's the beginning of the year, if it's January that you do this. And I just wanted to let you know my commitment to the organization and accomplishments that I've done, ways I've helped the organization. I really enjoy my job here. I've really enjoyed working with all of you, and I want to continue to be of support to achieve our outcomes. Something like that as a story that you talk about, right? offer to be on kind of stretch projects that the organization needs that has high visibility, right? Get out there, find the allies, the advocates, people whom you can partner with who have a decision-making role when it comes to layoffs. Remember, you've got to take that mindset shift. You are not doing things that are immoral, that are just somehow kind of oily and slicky and stuff like that. This is about the oxygen mask. So number 2, go out there and figure out whom you can influence to maintain your job. Sitting there in the quiet is one of the biggest assurance that you're likely to get laid off, right? Hard to hear, but it's the truth for someone that has had to make decisions about whom to keep and whom to lay off. Finally, what can you not control or influence, right? Don't get stressed out and anxious about things that you just can't control. Like, let it go. Sometimes last in, the lowest tenure is going to be the one that's going to be eliminated. Sometimes an entire job class is going to be eliminated. Nothing can you do about that. But what you can do is have a plan to exit. Get your resume updated, get your LinkedIn updated, research, similar jobs that's out there you may want to think about interviewing for. Start getting a list of people whom you can network, and get ready. Get ready. Don't be surprised if it's going to likely happen or maybe happen, or there's already been layoffs in your organization. If you have looked at the other 2 and you still think there may be a chance, plan for an exit, right? So 3 things to help you stay in control, have influence, or to know what you cannot do, but actually still have a plan. 3 things: promote, partner, plan your exit. So as I wrap up, I just want to let you know that you are in control of your career destiny, even if there is a bad job market, even if the economy's go sour, even if there are layoffs literally happening in an organization. Know that you have the power and the control to keep your job and to continue to thrive and not just survive. In so many of my career sessions, one of the most important things to say to people is, if you're in the car of your career, are you choosing to be in the driver's seat or in the trunk? Choose to be in the driver's seat. Don't be what they call a job hugger. Let me just hug for life that I keep this job. That's survival, right? You start doing things that are out of fear. Step back, own your worth, know what you've done, and then start making a plan proactively on your behalf. So, as I end, a few things for you to think about. Change your mindset. Be in the driver's seat of your career. Don't be in the trunk, because people think, oh, if I'm in the trunk, somehow I won't have the accident, which is losing a job. That's the surest way that you're going to likely hit that, whatever, right? So be in the driver's seat. Know your worth, own it, prove it, and then take action so other people will know about it. 3 final things. Again, promote, partner, plan. Step back, right? I understand that many of us are going through the survival fear mode. Just step back. Take a breath, reflect on all the good that you've done. Maybe why you're passionate about your work, right? Maybe the 4th P is about passion, and that you can indeed have a job and career cushion to ride out this layoff period. All right. I wish you all a great end of year to 2025. And I look forward to seeing you in 2026. Take good care and be well.